We're on site at our Gateway McDonald's location. If you saw last week's episode, you saw that a lot had happened in that short couple of months, but we still had a big gap to close. So now, today, take a look behind me. It's beginning to look like a McDonald's. This whole place is about to come alive with living plants and trees. And if you're from Panama City, a tree has a whole different meaning to you now than it did before the hurricane. These are canopy trees, shade trees. We want this to be a special place that feels almost like a park. I want to introduce you to Jeffrey Reynolds with Garden Escapes. He does all of our landscaping in all of our locations, and he is doing the install for this store.
This is our canopy tree selection. We upgraded the size of the red maples to give an established look. If you go down here, we have some bald cypress, crepe myrtles, and drake elms.
We're doing our part on this store construction to help re-tree Panama City. The facade on the building is almost complete. As you can see, it's a really modern Scandinavian looking design. But it's still warm and cozy and inviting. But notice behind me that little blip of yellow in the canopy as you come in the door. Every McDonald's you've ever been in, anywhere in the world, you're gonna find that yellow. So even though the roots are new over here, we're staying true to our roots for the brand behind me. Come here, let me show you some things in the new design. So this wall here is the entrance wall. The door for the entrance has been moved back into the restaurant, which we just love. But what I love about this wall is it feels like texture. It's very tactile in appearance. We are big fans of Pendleton blankets, and that looks like someone's hung a Pendleton blanket on the wall to me. This graphic behind me, this wall behind me, I'm not really sure what it is, so I've decided to call it the Cheerio wall. Some people have called it corn nuts, some people said it's oyster, so I love it. This wall is whatever you want it to be. So we come on around here, and this is one of my favorite elements. That's wood inside the panel, and so it looks like tree rings to me, which, you know, takes me back to we love some trees. So I'm going to consider this an homage to all things new trees. One of the things I love is this wood wall. What I love about it is that it's not a wall, it's planks, and they're all angled differently, and they're different sizes. So it gives it a lot of visual interest. But what we also love is that you can see in, you can see out, and it protects all that natural light we have coming into this dining room. One of the things you'll find when you're in this restaurant is there's a lot of nooks and crannies. There's little places to gather. You can sit up here and kind of watch the whole crowd, and if you're like me, I love to people watch. And if you want to get cozy, you can be on the sofa, and if you want to be over there by the window, there's a spot there. It just, again, feels like your living room. There's a spot for you to get. Y'all, we are so close to buttoning this thing up, but we've got a little bit of work to do to get the living room cleaned up, but we'll get it done. And that way we'll be ready to welcome you. So stay tuned in these next few weeks. We're gonna be there before you know it.